right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Twin Springs High School for tonight's varsity game between the J.J. Kelly Indians and the homestanding Twin Springs Tigers. The starting lineups, first of all, for the visiting J.J. Kelly Indians. At guard, number 12, Jay Bush. At forward, number 20, Matt Laney. At guard, number 24, Chad Longworth. At center, number 41, Aaron Lawson. And at forward, number 44, Jeremiah Hopkins. The visiting J.J. Kelly Indians. And now, for your homestanding Twin Springs Tigers! Starting at guard, number 12, Andy Harris. At guard, number 14, David Castle. At forward, number 33, Tyler Webb. At forward, number 34, Brandon Webb. And at center, number 44, Milan Milanovic. Your 2001-2002 Twin Springs Titans, the Titans fans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the end of the gymnasium, to the flag where we will have tonight's national anthem. Please rise, everyone, and remove your caps.
Will be taking on the visiting J.J. Kelly Indians. Want to remind you, coming up at halftime this evening, Nicholsville Elementary students will shoot for the hot shot, 4 boys and 4 girls, for the chance to win tickets to the UT West Virginia basketball game coming up December 22nd. So we're ready to go. Varsity basketball. Jumping for the Titans will be Tyler Webb, and for J.J. Kelly will be number 24, Chad Longworth. And we're underway, and the control tip will be by J.J. Kelly, and immediately we have a whistle. So we're going to re-jump here. And the controlling tip will be by J.J. Kelly, number 41, Aaron Lawson. And he gets the ball to number 12, that's Jay Bush, the guard. Over to number 24, Longworth. Number 12, that is Bush. Bush has the ball to number 41. 41 into 20, back to 20. Back out to number 41, over to the guard Bush. Bush drives, shoots, and has the ball roll off, no good. Rebound, Twin Springs. Coming out with the basketball is Milovanovic. Up the floor is Harris. Harris controls the ball. He goes over to Webb. Webb holds the ball. He goes over to Castle. Castle back to Webb. Webb looks, back to Harris. Harris puts the ball down, back out to Webb. Webb thinks about a shot, thinks better of it, and it's going to be stolen away by J.J. Kelly. That's number 24, Longworth. Longworth drives in and scores. And we're going to have a foul on the play as well. Number 34, Brandon Webb, is going to be called. So we're going to have an opportunity for a 3-point play to start the game. So Longworth on the line for J.J. Kelly. His shot is on the way and good. J.J. Kelly with an early 3-0 lead. Twin Springs will inbound the ball. It's number 33, Tyler Webb, to Andy Harris. Harris across the timeline. Pass into Webb. Webb holds the ball. There's a pass to the other Webb, and he's going to be stripped of the basketball, and there's going to be a foul called. And it's going to be on Number 12 for J.J. Kelly, that's Jay Bush. And Coach Vermillion says, hey, wasn't he in the process of shooting? Webb will inbound the ball. It's Brandon Webb. And a little slick spot there on the floor. Ref tried to take care of it. 3-0 our score, just underway. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Varsity and JV was earlier. Webb inbounds over to Harris. Harris dribbles back out. Inbound pass in over Milovanovic. He gets the ball up and scores. That's the advantage of having height. Twin Springs on the board. It's 3-2. Jay Bush across the timeline for the Indians. He's picked up by Harris. Over to Longworth. Longworth puts the ball on the floor. He passes over to number 20, who takes a shot for 3 and good. 3-pointer by Matt Laney. And J.J. Kelly opens up a 6-2 lead. Andy Harris brings the ball up the floor for Twin Springs. He passes to Webb. Webb back out top to Harris. Harris puts the ball on the floor, dribbles. Passes over into the corner for number 14, Castle. Castle with a finger roll, no good. Controlled by Twin Springs. Harris with the basketball. Back out to Castle, who shoots and off the rim, up in the air. Rebounded by Longworth for J.J. Kelly as the Indians control the basketball down the floor. Longworth comes down, takes a shot. It's up and off the glass, no good. Out of bounds, going to be J.J. Kelly basketball. 5:51 left to go in the first period, and J.J. Kelly has a 6-2 lead. Jay Bush will inbound for the Indians. And he gets it into Longworth in the side. Longworth back out top to number 20. That's Laney. Laney back over to Bush. Bush puts the ball on the floor. Back to Longworth. Longworth takes a 3 and no good off the rim. Rebound Twin Springs, and we have an over-the-back call as Tyler Webb came out with the rebound. And that foul is on number 41, Aaron Lawson. So Twin Springs controls the ball. Andy Harris will bring it across the timeline. He's picked up by Bush. Over to Brandon Webb. Webb inside to number 44, Milovanovic. And Milovanovic with his second basket of the game. And Twin Springs is down by 2, 6-4. 5:18 left to go in the game. Jay Bush brings it across the timeline for the Indians. He's picked up by Harris. Bounce pass over to number 20, Laney. Laney fires it in, and a nice save by Longworth there as it goes off a couple of Twin Springs players. Back out top to Jay Bush, over to Longworth. Longworth into the corner for number 20, Laney. Laney drives a bounce pass over to number 44, and the ball will not go for him. And that was Jeremiah Hopkins, Twin Springs, back up the floor. And we have a timeout, Twin Springs. Actually, a substitution. Dingus. Brandon Webb will inbound. He gets it into Andy Harris. Harris across the timeline, picked up by Jay Bush. Little spin move by Harris. Back out up top. Bounce pass over to Castle. Castle drives, spins around, takes the shot, and it's no good off the rim. Rebound controlled by J.J. Kelly. Jay Bush down the floor. He drives, puts the ball up, and it is in and good. J.J. Kelly takes an 8-4 lead with 4:25 left to go in the first period. Harris across the timeline. He drives the lane, has the ball go off his foot, and over off a J.J. Kelly player will be Twin Springs basketball. Brandon Webb will inbound for the Titans. Number 50 and number 14 into the game for J.J. Kelly, and that's Robbie Stinson and Peyton Estep. Webb looking. He inbounds to Harris. Harris puts the ball on the floor. Over to Castle. Castle inside to number 52, Dingus. Dingus' shot is no good. Longworth with the rebound for J.J. Kelly. So down the floor come the Indians. Across the timeline is Jay Bush. He's picked up by David Castle. Bounce pass over to Longworth. Longworth spins, comes back into the two-point lane. Back out up top to number 14. Back over to number 12. That's Jay Bush. Bush looking. And he has the ball deflected, and he will get his own rebound. Almost stolen away by Twin Springs. Bush dribbles around. Back out top to Peyton Estep, and the shot's off the rim, no good. Rebound by number 33, Tyler Webb. Webb gets the ball to Harris. Harris across the timeline. Pass off to Castle. Castle looks. He feeds number 52. That's Dingus. Dingus drives. The shot is up and rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound by Longworth. Longworth gets the ball to Jay Bush. Bush will bring it across the timeline. He's picked up by David Castle. Top of the key. Over to Longworth. Longworth drives. Shot up. No good. Number 50 with the rebound. And that is Robbie Stinson. The basket is good. And J.J. Kelly has opened up a 10-4 lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Harris across the timeline. He passes into Castle. Castle from the charity stripe. Shot no good. Rebound by Longworth. He's their big man. Ahead to, and the shot is no good, a foul. And that pass was ahead to Peyton Estep. And they are going to say Estep was in the process of shooting. And the foul is going to be on, I believe, number 33. I think that's going to be on Tyler Webb, his first foul. Estep's shot is on the way and good. And J.J. Kelly's opened up a 7-point lead. Substitutions galore. Twin Springs is sending in number 24. That's Brandon Lawson. Coming in for J.J. Kelly, we have number 41 on the floor. That's Aaron Lawson. Also number 24 is out there, Chad Longworth. 14 shot, that's Peyton Estep, up and good. He hits both of them. J.J. Kelly with a 12-4 lead. Harris across the timeline. Pass over to number 24. That's Brandon Lawson. Lawson over to Webb. Webb to Harris. Harris puts the ball on the floor. Back over to Lawson. Back to Harris. Harris drives. Dishes off to Dingus. Dingus over to Webb. Webb thinks about the three. Bounce pass to Harris, who's back out top of the key. Harris over to Webb. Over to Lawson. Lawson to Harris. He finds Ben Dingus, feeds him the ball, and cannot hold it. Almost stolen away by J.J. Kelly. Andy Harris recovers, puts the ball on the floor. He's all covered all over Lawson with the shot up and good. So we have some wetness on the floor down here. We need a towel. It's a 12-6 game, 2:03 left to go in the first period. Want to remind you, coming up at halftime, we're going to have the students shoot for the hot shot. 4 boys, 4 girls from Nicholsville Elementary School. For the right to win UT versus West Virginia basketball tickets. Coach Greg Lawson from Nicholsville Elementary will be here. J.J. Kelly gets the ball in. Number 50, Robbie Stinson, inbounds to Longworth. Longworth passes over to Estep. Estep puts the ball on the floor. He passes over to number 20 for the three, and nothing but net. Matt Laney with his second three-pointer of the game. And J.J. Kelly's opened up a 9-point lead, 15-6. Harris across the timeline, over to Lawson. Lawson into Dingus. Dingus has the ball stripped away, and it will be ruled Twin Springs basketball. And they're not going to call in the process of shooting. Inbounding the ball will be Brandon Webb. He gets it into Harris, who puts up the three. No good. Rebound by number 33, who goes back up strong with his own rebound and puts the shot in, Tyler Webb. And it's a 15-8 game, 1:20 left to go. Longworth brings it across the timeline for J.J. Kelly, setting a play. Estep back out up top. Longworth loses the handle on the ball, gets it to Estep. Estep guarded by Harris. That's over to number 20, Matt Laney. Back over to Longworth, who shoots the three off the rim, no good. Rebound, Brandon Webb. So Webb will bring it across the timeline for the Titans. Webb puts the ball on the floor. Pass into number 33, Tyler Webb. Webb takes a little spin move and shot, and the basket is good. And it's now a 15-10 game. We have 45 seconds left to go in the first period. Longworth brings it across the timeline. He passes to Estep. Estep setting a play over to Longworth. Longworth back out to Estep. Over to Longworth. J.J. Kelly trying to waste some clock right here. Harris picks up Longworth. Bounce pass to Estep. Estep back to Longworth. Longworth just across the timeline. Harris over to pick him up. Bounce pass to Estep. To Longworth. 10 seconds left on the clock. Longworth drives, spins, and has the ball almost picked away from him. Estep drives the lane. He shoots, score, or actually does not score, and that's going to be the end of the first period. So tight defense by the Titans. J.J. Kelly held the ball and prevented J.J. Kelly from scoring right there. So very good defense. While we have this opportunity, let's thank our sponsors for Twin Springs basketball, JV and varsity, as we're entertained by the J.J. Kelly cheerleaders. J&P Markets 1 and 2, the Harris Studio, Scott Jewelers, TNT Auto Sales, Fairway Ford, Farm Credit of the Virginias ACA, Darty Brothers Chevrolet, New People's Bank, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drug Center, all proud sponsors of Titans basketball right here on STE Cable Channel number 30. Remember, Greg Lawson students will be coming up at halftime. Hot Shots, David Peters, Jeremy Jordan, Cody Taylor, Matt Mullins, Katie Beth Lane, Hillary Mead, Emily, hope I pronounced this last name right, Kinser, and Brianna Dockery. All will be shooting for the opportunity to win tickets to UT's West Virginia basketball game coming up December 22nd. These students have worked hard for the past 3 weeks for the right to earn this honor. Twin Springs basketball as we begin the second period of play. Webb inbounds to Harris. Harris across the timeline. Puts the ball on the floor. Bounce pass into Dingus. Dingus shot is up and good. Nice little bounce pass by Harris into Dingus. The basket is good, and it's a 15-12 game just underway in the second period. Coming across the timeline for the Indians will be Jay Bush. Bush looks. He passes over to Matt Laney. Laney puts the ball on the floor to Bush. Bush over to number 44. That's Jeremiah Hopkins. Hopkins with the ball. He passes to Longworth from the charity stripe. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hopkins. A little bounce pass back out to Bush. Bush gets the rebound over to Laney. Bush with the ball. He bounce passes to Hopkins. Hopkins inside the number 41. Hopkins now over the floor to number 20, Laney. And Laney has the ball stripped away from him by Brandon Webb. By Lawson. Lawson down the floor. He passes in to Dingus. He is fouled in the process of shooting, or actually that was Tyler Webb. Tyler Webb with the basket. The foul is on number 24, Chad Longworth. And with the opportunity to complete the three-point play will be Tyler Webb, and he can tie the game if he does. The shot is on the way, and good. We've got a tie basketball game with 7 minutes left to go. Inbounding the ball for J.J. Kelly is number 41. That's Aaron Lawson. He gets the ball to Bush. Bush over to Laney. Laney back out to the top of the key to number 44, Hopkins. Hopkins to Laney. Laney back to Bush. Bush puts the ball on the floor. Bounce pass over to Hopkins. Hopkins back to Laney. Laney thinks about the three. Doesn't take it. Back out to Laney. Laney at the top of the key over to Hopkins. Hopkins with a bounce pass. Now back out to Laney at the top of the key. He drives, puts a spin move and fakes. And the shot's going to be taken by number 44, Hopkins. No good. And Laney gets the rebound, and we're going to have a traveling call on J.J. Kelly. So it'll be Twin Springs basketball. Tyler Webb will inbound from the Titans side of the gymnasium where the Titans fans are. Lower right-hand corner. Harris will bring the ball across the timeline for Twin Springs. J.J. Kelly in a zone defense. Harris setting the offense. And we have a timeout by Twin Springs called by Coach Vermillion. Points at one. At one time, they've went on a 9-point run and gotten back in this game. Let's thank our sponsors again, J&P Markets 1 and 2, the Harris Studio, Scott Jewelers, TNT Auto Sales, Fairway Ford, Farm Credit of the Virginias ACA, Darty Brothers Chevrolet, New People's Bank, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drug Center, all proud sponsors of Twin Springs Titans basketball right here on STE Cable Channel 30. Pretty much a full house here at Twin Springs Gymnasium tonight. A lot of fans making the trip down from the Wise Norton area. Harris puts the ball on the floor. He passes over to Webb. Webb's heavily guarded, and he's going to need some help. And he passes. Kelly. 15-15 our score. 5:52 left to go in the half. Bush will bring the ball across the timeline. It was inbounded by Robbie Stinson. Bush over to Longworth, their big man. Longworth, top of the key, dribbles, picked up by Harris. Over in the corner to number 12, that's Jay Bush. Bush puts the ball over to Stinson, and it's going to be stolen away by Twin Springs. 14, David Castle with the steal. A dish pass back to Harris. He can't control it. Now he gets the ball. Harris has the ball go off J.J. Kelly hands and will be Twin Springs basket. Brand inbound for the pass in. Stolen away by J.J. Kelly right into the hands of Estep. Driving and scoring for J.J. Kelly will be Jay Bush, and the Indians take a 2-point lead, 17-15. Harris brings the ball to Castle from three-point land and has the ball bounce off the rim and up in the air, rebounded by Longworth. J.J. Kelly controls the ball. Harris picks up Bush. Bush passes in to Estep, or actually into number 44, Hopkins. Over to Longworth. And it's almost stolen away by Harris. Longworth from the charity stripe. The basket is no good. Rebounded by Tyler Webb. He gets the ball to Harris. Harris across the timeline. He dishes over to Brandon Webb. Bush brings it up the floor for the Indians. He's picked up by Gibson. Bush passes off over to number 14. That's Castle. Or excuse me, number 14, Estep. Estep passes back to Harris. Harris looks for Longworth over in the corner deep. Longworth takes the pass, drives the lane, cannot get the bucket to go. Rebounded by Tyler Webb. Number 22, Gibson down the Bush will bring the ball across the timeline for the Indians. Over to Longworth. Longworth puts the ball on the floor. He takes a long three, and it's good. Oh, nice. That's almost an NBA three-pointer. J.J. Kelly takes a three-point lead, 20-17. Gibson down the floor of the basketball with Twin Springs. He passes over to Webb. Actually, over to Castle. Back to Castle. He passes over to Gibson, setting the offense. Ball goes off him out of bounds and will be J.J. Kelly ball with 3:10 left to go. The Indians have a 3-point lead. Inbounding the ball will be Lawson. He gets it into Jay Bush. Bush will bring it across the timeline. He passes over to Bentley, who's in the game. Bentley to Longworth. Longworth's shot is no good. Rebounded by number 41, Aaron Lawson. And they're going to say he was fouled in the process of shooting. He was fouled by Milovanovic. And going to the line will be Aaron Lawson. So J.J. Kelly has the momentum right now and getting some calls. Milovanovic with his first foul. Shot is up, rolls around, and in as Lawson gets the lucky bounce, and it's a 4-point lead for the Indians. Second shot on the way, and good. So, J.J. Kelly has opened up a 5-point lead with 2:53 left to go in the half. Down the floor is Gibson. He has a bounce pass over to Castle. Castle ball to Bush. He'll bring it across the timeline for J.J. Kelly. He's picked up by Gibson as Bush. Bounce pass over to number 22. That's Bentley. Bentley puts it on the floor and has the ball stolen away by Milovanovic. The number 12, that's Jay Bush. He's played the majority of the half so far for J.J. Kelly. He's picked up by Harris, top of the key. Bush, bounce pass over to number 20, and that, of course, is Laney. Bush back out top. Bounce pass almost stolen by Twin Springs. Over to Bush. Bush drives, shot up, and rolls around good. 24-19, a minute 45 left to go. By J.J. Kelly, 12. Bush gets the rebound. He drives the lane, puts the ball up, and the basket does not go, but he is fouled in the process, and that foul is going to be, I believe they called that foul on number 34, Webb, and if so, that is his second foul of the game. Bush will shoot two. First one is on the way, no good. Minute 27 left to go in the half. Kelly with a 6-point lead. Second free throw on the way, and it is good. So the Indians have opened up a 7-point lead, 26-19. Harris brings the ball down the floor for the Titans. Trying to set the play. He's guarded by Laney. Harris passes over. Passes over to Webb. Webb into the corner for Harris, who thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Webb back out top of the key. Dribbles. Back out top of and J.J. Kelly will probably hold the ball for one shot. They have 42 seconds left to go in this half. 26-19 the score. Bush guarded heavily by Harris. Bounce pass over, almost goes out of bounds. Laney recovers, gets the ball. Over to Bush. Bush puts the ball on the floor, drives. Back out to number 50, Stinson. Stinson has the basketball as he receives it from Hopkins. And we have a travel. A travel called on number 50, Robbie Stinson. Turns the ball back over to Twin Springs with 23.8 seconds left to go in the half. Twin Springs will likely hold the ball and take a final shot. They trail by 7 as the first half is winding down. Pass into Milovanovic. It's off the backboard and good. Milovanovic. It's 26-21 as we have 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. Bush is going to be fouled, and that's going to be on Harris as Harris picks up his first or second foul of the game. We'll confirm that a little bit later for you. 1 second left to go. The Indians with a 5-point lead, 26-21. J.J. Kelly basketball. Back out top of the key to Laney, who puts up a three and good at the buzzer. How do you like that? Elementary School. And we turn things over to Greg Lawson as he will wrap this up. And we'll go ahead and we'll take it from here, and we'll be back after halftime. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half of play between J.J. Kelly and Twin Springs. And it's a 29-21 basketball game right now. J.J. Kelly kind of opened things up there the last couple of minutes in the second period. Leading scorers for J.J. Kelly, Matt Laney had 9 points, a couple of three-pointers. Jay Bush with 8 points, and Chad Longworth had 6. Longworth in foul trouble, however. He has 3 fouls on him so far. 5 for J.J. Kelly team-wise. Leading Twin Springs was Tyler Webb with 11, and Milan Milovanovic had 6 points. Twin Springs with 5 fouls. No one in foul trouble, though. The 5 fouls by 5 different players. So we're ready to go. Third period, 29-21, J.J. Kelly leads. Longworth inbounds to Bush, who will bring it across the timeline. He's picked up by Harris. Over to number 44, that's Hopkins, and stolen away. Stolen away by number 14, Castle. Over to number 44, Milovanovic. Milovanovic gives it to Webb. Webb sets a play. Out top to Harris. Harris to Castle. Over to Webb. Inside to Milovanovic. Basket's no good. He gets his own rebound and loses it. And Longworth will come out of there with it. He comes down the floor. He drives. Shot up is no good. His own rebound. Back up, no good again. Coming out of there with the basketball will be David Castle. Castle down the floor. He passes the ball, and it's stolen away. Stolen away by Bush. And he's in there with the easy layup and misses it, and Webb gets the rebound. Brandon Webb for Twin Springs over to Castle. Now Castle will give it to Harris, and Harris will come up the floor across the timeline. He's picked up by Bush. Over to Webb. Webb with a lob pass down. Over to 14, Castle. Back out to the top of the key to Harris. Over to Webb again. Webb thinks about the 3. Long pass over to Castle. Castle gives it to Harris. Harris takes the 3. Good! 29-24 the score, 6:45 left to go. A big three-pointer right there by Andy Harris. Coach Vermillion very enthusiastic about that. Bush brings it back up the floor. He passes over to number 20. That's Laney. Laney drives, dishes back off to Bush in the corner. And almost stolen away. The pass is to Longworth. His shot is up and good, a 2-pointer. And it's 31-24. Tyler Webb gets the ball into Harris. Harris will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass over to Castle. Back up to Harris. Over to Webb. Webb almost has the ball, Milovanovic almost has got his pocket pick there. Long 3 on the way by Castle, good. 31-27, a 4-point deficit. Twin Springs with a couple of big 3-point baskets, and they're right back in the basketball game. Bush, top of the key, over to Laney. Laney has a pick set for him. He makes a bounce pass to Longworth. Longworth guarded by Castle, also guarded by Milovanovic. Pass over to number 44. The shot is no good by Hopkins. Rebound by Longworth, back up strong and in. And it's a 33-27 game. J.J. Kelly leads. 5:28 left to go in the third. Harris brings it up the floor, over to Webb, back to Castle. Castle, a long pass over to Webb. And it's out of bounds, J.J. Kelly basketball. Too high of a pass, and Webb could not control it. Inbounding the ball will be Aaron Lawson for J.J. Kelly. 33-27 our score. 6-point lead for the Indians. Bush brings it across the timeline. He passes over to Laney. Laney inside for number 41. That's Lawson. Lawson puts it on the floor, dishes it back out to Longworth, and then it's almost lost by Laney, but coming up with the rebound will be number 44. That's Jeremiah Hopkins. Hopkins has the ball, passes it back out to 41. 41 to the top of the key, and that shot is no good by Laney, an air ball. Brandon Webb comes out with the rebound and gets it to Andy Harris. Harris passes to Brandon. Webb back to Harris, over into the corner. Lawson takes a long 3-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound Milovanovic. Webb puts the ball on the floor. Back over to Harris for three, and it's no good off the rim. Rebound, Milovanovic, and we have an over-the-back foul on Longworth. That is his fourth foul. The big man in trouble for J.J. Kelly. He has 4 fouls in the game, and he's getting ready to come out. Coming in to substitute will be Stinson. David Castle in for Twin Springs, number 14. And Milovanovic has the ball stripped away. The rebound, Webb gets it. He passes over to Castle. Castle for three. And he is fouled while in the process of taking the shot. The basket is no good. Foul will be on number 41. That's Aaron Lawson, his second foul. And going to the line will be David Castle. 33-27. Castle's first shot on the way and good. 33-28 the score, 4:27 left to go. Castle will take his second shot on the way, rolls around and out. And of course, since he was in the process of shooting the three, he's going to get another one. Shot on the way and good. So he hits 2 of 3, cuts the lead to 3 points. It's 33-30. Bringing it across the timeline will be Jay Bush, as they've not added it to the scoreboard yet. Putting the ball on the floor is number 44, Hopkins. Hopkins dishes to Laney, back to Hopkins. Inside pass, back out to Hopkins again, this time to Bush, who's at the top of the key. He drives, shot up, no good. And a nice save by number 50, Robbie Stinson. Back out to the top of the key is Jay Bush. A bounce pass over to Hopkins. Hopkins passes to Laney. Laney inside over to number 41, Lawson. Lawson over into the corner to Bush. Back to Bush again. Oh, rejected by number 33, Tyler Webb. Nice block. Back out to Laney. Laney has the ball. He drives. He feeds number 50, Hopkins, number 50, Stinson, and we're going to have a timeout. And a foul called, I believe, on number 34, Brandon Webb. And that's going to be Brandon's second foul. 33-29 is the score. I was thinking it was 33-30. It's a 4-point game. Pass into number 44. That's Jeremiah Hopkins. Back out to Bush. Bush over to Hopkins. Hopkins has Laney come out and pick him up. Laney looks. He feeds back to Hopkins. Hopkins back to Laney. Laney over to Bush. Bush back over to Laney, who's open for the three, but not anymore. Brandon Webb gets on him. A bounce pass. Now back out to Laney again. To the top of the key is number 44. That's Hopkins. He passes into 50, Stinson. Back out to 20, Laney. Into Stinson again. Over to Laney. Over to 12, Jay Bush. Indians wasting several seconds on the clock here. That's out to Laney again. Back out to Bush. Bush feeds Laney. Laney in to Stinson. Laney thinks about the three, doesn't take it. He was wide open. Over is Bush. He's wide open, but quickly covered by Castle. Castle guards Bush. Bush back out. Bush putting the ball on the floor. Guarded by Castle. He drives. Several seconds wasted off the clock in a 4-point game. Out to get the ball is Laney. Laney guarded right now by number 12. That's Andy Harris. Bounce pass into number 44, Jeremiah Hopkins. He feeds number 41, and that is Lawson. Lawson back out to Bush. J.J. Kelly has kept control of the basketball for several seconds. Over to Laney. Laney guarded by Harris. Almost stolen away by Harris. And now that's going to be out to Bush, back out top, guarded by Castle. Castle passes over to number 44, Hopkins. Tight defense. Once again, Bush has the ball, and he is forced over the line. Twin Springs basketball. Nice defense by the Titans. So J.J. Kelly held the ball well over a minute, close to 2 minutes. Twin Springs finally gets them to turn it over. Harris passes to Webb, over for Castle, who's open, but he doesn't take the shot. Back to the top of the key to Harris. Webb, who's open, doesn't take the shot. Passes back to Harris. He takes a long three. Off the rim, no good. Going to be rebounded by Webb into the hands of Jay Bush. Bush will bring the ball across the timeline. J.J. Kelly ball once more. Bush dribbles. Guarded by Harris. Pass over to number 41. That's Lawson. Lawson over to 20 Laney. And we've got a push-off. Foul is on number 14, David Castle. That's going to be his second.
You never mop. Yeah.
Going to be Indian basketball. Bush will inbound. He gets the ball in. Ball's back to him. He's guarded by Harris. Bush passes off to number 44. That's Hopkins. Hopkins gives the ball, actually keeps the ball. Now he'll give the ball back to Bush. 45 seconds left to go in the third. And we're not going to have anything called there as Harris took a fall, didn't get the call. Hopkins has the ball. He gives it back to Bush. Bush guarded heavily by Harris, and we have a foul called on Andy Harris. That's going to be his second foul. 34 seconds left to go in period number 3. The Titans trail by 4, 33-29. J.J. Kelly in their last 2 possessions have wasted several seconds off the clock. Bush inbounds to number 50. That's Stinson. Stinson gives it back to Bush. Bush brings it across the timeline. Bush guarded heavily by Harris. Harris slips. Back out to Stinson. Stinson over to Laney. Laney back to Bush. Bush drives. Over to Laney. Guarded heavily right there by Gibson. Harris guarding Bush. Bush drives the lane. He has a shot. It's up and no good. Rebound is going to be fought for by Twin Springs, and coming out with it is Castle. And we're going to have a travel call right at the end of the third period. No matter, though, Twin Springs trails by 4 at the end of 3 periods, 33-29. 33-29 our score. And for everyone who bought a raffle ticket, I'm going to be giving away some money right now. Let's thank our sponsors who, because of their money, bring you Twin Springs basketball. J&P Markets 1 and 2. The Hair Studio, Scott Jewelers, TNT Auto Sales, Fairway Ford, Farm Credit of the Virginias ACA, Daugherty Brothers Chevrolet, New People's Bank, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drug Center, all proud sponsors of Twin Springs Titans basketball right here on STE Cable Channel 30. So we've got 8 minutes of basketball left. Twin Springs down by 4.
Last call, 2899029.
No one has claimed the prize yet.
Got a win.
And I think we may have a winner. I think it's $95 cash. It's a nice thing to pick up at Christmas time. Twin Springs will control the basketball. 8 minutes left to go as we begin the 4th period of play. Castle inbounds to Harris. Harris across the timeline. Longworth back in the game for J.J. Kelly. Remember, he has 4 fouls. Over to Gibson. Castle thinks about the 3, puts the ball back on the floor. Back out to the top of the key to Harris. Over to Castle. Castle takes a shot, and it's no good off the rim. Rebounded by 20 Laney for J.J. Kelly. 24 Longworth has the ball. J.J. Kelly with a 4-point lead here. Kelly with a bounce pass, and that's going to go out of bounds and be Twin Springs basketball. Longworth tried to bounce it in to number 14. That's Peyton Estep, and Estep could not get a handle on it. So Tyler inbounds the ball for Twin Springs. He gives it to Andy Harris. Harris brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Castle. Castle back to Harris. Harris over to Gibson. Gibson holds the ball. Back out to Harris. Harris into the corner for Castle, who takes the long 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by number 52. Gibson gets the ball from 52. Ben Dingus. Harris has the ball over to Castle. Castle back to Harris. Harris back to Castle, and rejected by number 20, Laney. And getting his own rebound is Castle, and he will feed the ball to Harris. Harris brings it back. Good defense right there by J.J. Kelly. Dingus takes the three off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Longworth. Longworth down the floor for J.J. Kelly. He jumps up, takes the shot, good. And we've got a player down for Twin Springs. And some substitutions coming in for the Titans. Down on the floor for Twin Springs is Harris. J.J. Kelly has opened up a 6-point lead, and Andy Harris looks like he is in some pain. And he's back up on his feet. It's like he twisted his ankle. He's going to come out. Maybe his knee hit the floor. 6:38 left to go in the game. Twin Springs trails by 6. Milovanovic back in the game for Twin Springs. Also into the game, number 24, Brandon Lawson. Coming up the floor, running the point, will be number 22, Gibson. Gibson passes over to Lawson. Lawson back out to the top of the key to Castle, over to Gibson. Gibson inside to Tyler Webb, who spins, takes the shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded and fought for by Longworth, and it's going to be J.J. Kelly basketball. J.J. Kelly basketball. 6-point deficit, 6:21 left to go. Stinson inbounds to Longworth. Remember, Longworth in foul trouble. He has 4. One more and he is out. Longworth puts the ball on the floor, dribbles, spins, shot up is off the rim, no good. Fought for the rebound. Coming out of there with the basketball will be Gibson. Across the timeline very quickly. He feeds it over to Lawson. Lawson thinks about the three, back down with the ball. Puts the ball on the floor. Gives it to Castle. Castle takes the three, off the rim, no good. Castle fights for his own rebound, does not get it. Estep comes out of there with the ball, and we get a travel call. A travel call on Peyton Estep. Turns the ball back over to Twin Springs. 5:52 left to go in the game, and the Titans trail by 6. Inbounding the ball will be Castle. He gets it out to Lawson. Lawson puts it on the floor, gives it over to Gibson. Gibson over to Castle. Into Tyler Webb, and he has the ball rejected and stolen away by number 14, Estep. And J.J. Kelly will control the ball. Longworth will bring it across the timeline. Remember, he has 4 fouls. He drives, puts the shot up, no good, off the rim, tries to get his own rebound, deflected over to Stinson. Stinson puts it back up and in, good. And it's a 37-29 lead for the Indians. Gibson brings it across the timeline, passes to Lawson, Lawson to Castle. Twin Springs has went a while without scoring. Gibson open for the three, doesn't take it, gives it to Castle. Castle puts the ball on the floor, drives. He takes a shot, is off the rim, no good. Smacked over to Lawson. Lawson gives it back to Gibson. Gibson to Castle. Castle feeds Tyler Webb, and the shot is no good. Webb with his own rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Foul is going to be on number 20, and that's Matt Laney, his first foul of the game. Substitutions for Twin Springs coming into the game, Matt Dockery, and also coming back into the game will be Brandon Webb for the Titans. Webb will inbound the ball. He gives it out to Gibson. Gibson over to Castle, almost stolen away as Laney gets a hand on it. It goes out of bounds and will be Twin Springs basketball. 4:53 left to go in the game. The Indians have an 8-point lead over Twin Springs. Gibson in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline. Puts the ball on the floor, between his leg dribble. Passes over to Castle. Castle looking, gives it to Webb. Webb looking, puts the ball on the floor. Shot, or a pass over to Gibson. And the ball is rejected off J.J. Kelly's hands. That's number 41, Aaron Lawson, will be Twin Springs basketball. 4:30 left to go. The Titans trail by 8. They need to get something going if they want to win this game. Webb inbounds, way out high, top of the key is Gibson. Gibson a bounce pass into Brandon Webb. He drives, can't get anything there. Back out to Gibson, who shoots the three. Good! Twin Springs needed that. 37-32, a 5-point deficit for the Titans. 4:14 left to go in the game. Longworth, who's in foul trouble. Remember, he has 4. He brings the ball across the timeline. Bounce pass to Laney. Back to Longworth. He's guarded by Tyler Webb. Longworth. Long pass over to Laney. And we have a timeout, J.J. Kelly. So with exactly 4 minutes left to go in the game, Twin Springs with a 5-point lead. They'll discuss things, as will the Indians. We'll take this opportunity once again to thank our fine sponsors, J&P Markets 1 and 2, The Hair Studio, Scott Jewelers, TNT Auto Sales, Fairway Ford, Farm Credit of the Virginias ACA, Darty Brothers Chevrolet, New People's Bank, State Line Graphics, and Weber City Drug Center, all proud sponsors of Twin Springs Titans junior varsity and varsity basketball. Right here on STE Cable Channel 30. Nick Powers with you. John Brickey taking the night off tonight. He'll be back with us on our next broadcast. J.J. Kelly will control the ball. Exactly 4 minutes left to go in the game. They have a 5-point lead. Inbounding the ball will be Bush. He gets it into the backcourt to Longworth. Longworth asks Bush to come into the backcourt. Bush takes the ball. He's picked up by Harris. Across the timeline is Bush. Bush guarded heavily by Harris. Bush almost stolen away, and we're going to have a foul called on 22, Gibson. That's going to be his first foul. J.J. Kelly basketball. 37-32 our score. Pass into Longworth. Longworth back to Bush, who will control the ball. Guarded by Harris across the timeline. Bush on the floor. Passes over to Longworth. Almost stolen away. Longworth has to be careful. He has 4 fouls. He takes a 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound is Tyler Webb there. And he gives the ball to Gibson. Gibson back out up top. He passes over to Harris. Harris to Castle, who takes a 3 off the rim. No good. Castle gets his own rebound. Drives. Feeds the ball into Webb. He is fouled, and the basket will count. Foul is on number 12, Jay Bush, his third. 37-34. And if Webb makes this shot, he has an opportunity to pull the Titans to within 2 points with 3:10 left to go in the game. Substitutions for Twin Springs. Coming in as number 52, Ben Dingus. Matt Dockery will take a breather. Vermillion keeping his players fresh. The shot is on the way and good. Twin Springs trails by 2, 37-35. Bush brings it up the floor for the Indians. Tries to feed Longworth. Longworth's covered. Back out to Laney. Laney gives it to Bush. Remember, Longworth now has 4 fouls, so he has to be careful. Bush dribbles and has the ball go off his foot and stolen away almost by Twin Springs. Going to be a jump ball and going to be J.J. Kelly possession. Great defense right there by the Titans. (37-35) our score. 2:44 left to go in the game. Bush inbounds.